The bathhouse beneath Tabriz. There is an abandoned bathhouse beneath the old district of Tabriz that locals rarely speak about directly. Most younger people don't even know it exists anymore. The entrance was sealed decades ago after repeated structural collapse beneath the city. But older residents still tell stories about the place. Stories about people hearing conversation underground late at night, whispers beneath the streets, footsteps in empty tunnels. And according to several workers involved in sealing the tunnels in the 1980s, they were not alone down there. In the winter of 2021, a university architecture student named Naved became obsessed with forgotten underground spaces in Iran, ancient tunnels, collapsed shrines, abandoned bathhouses beneath old cities. He spent months exploring locations most people ignored completely, not for paranormal reason, for photography. His social media pages were filled with dim corridors lit only by flashlight and candle lights, places frozen in time. Most people found the images unsettling. Naved found them beautiful. The bathhouse beneath the breeze came to him through an old caretaker he met while photographing a crumbling caravanserai near the city center. The man mentioned an underground hammam sealed years earlier after incidents frightened construction workers. At first, Naveed assumed it involved toxic air or unstable walls, but the caretaker eventually said something else quietly before leaving. They heard people talking underground after midnight. Naveed smiled politely. The old man didn't smile back. Not echoes, he clarified. Conversations. 3 nights later, Naveed returned with a flashlight, camera equipment, and audio recorder. The hidden entrance was located beneath a collapsed storage building scheduled for demolition. A rusted metal gate covered the staircases descending underground. The lock had already been broken years ago. Cold air drifted upward from below, carrying the smell of damp stone and stagnant water. Naveed switched on his flashlight and began descending slowly. The staircase spiraled deeper than expected. The sounds of the city disappeared almost immediately. No traffic, no voices, only silence and the soft echo of his footsteps. After nearly 2 minutes underground, the staircases finally opened into a massive chamber, the old bathhouse. Even abandoned, the places felt strangely preserved. Blue mosaic tiles still lined portions of the walls. Ancient arches curved overhead, disappearing into darkness. Long dry pool stretched through the center rooms beneath layers of dust. The beam of the Navi's flashlight drifted across cracked ceiling, blackened by moisture. Water dripped somewhere deep in the tunnels beyond. The entire structure felt frozen, waiting. Naveed began filming immediately. At first, nothing unusual happened. He explored the larger chambers while quietly narrating architectural details into the camera. But after roughly 40 minutes underground, he noticed something strange in the audio playback from his recorder. Breathing, very faint, not his own. He removed the headphones and listened carefully. Silence. Then, a distant cough echoed somewhere deep within the bathhouse. Naveed froze. The sound came from beyond one of the side corridors. At first, he assumed another urban explorer had entered the tunnels. Hello, he called out. No response. Only the faint sound of dripping water. Naved waited several seconds before laughing nervously to himself. The acoustics underground were strange. Old building produced odd echoes all the time. Still, he checked the corridor carefully. The flashlight illuminated a narrow hallway leading deeper underground. The walls became tighter there, older, less restored. Unlike the main chambers, these tunnels felt untouched for centuries. As Naveed moved farther in, the temperature dropped noticeably. His breath became visible in the flashlight beam. Then he heard whispering, not clear words, just low overlapping voices somewhere ahead. He stopped immediately. The whisper stopped too. The silence afterward felt heavy, uncomfortable. Naveed slowly raised the camera again and continued forward. The corridor eventually opened into another chamber, far smaller than the others. This room looked different, older than the bathhouse itself. Ancient markings covered portions of the wall. Most had faded beyond recognition. At the center of the room stood a circular stone basin, partially filled with black stagnant water. The smell there was unbearable. Rotting moisture, mold, something worse beneath it. Naveed aimed the flashlight toward the water and noticed moment, tiny ripples spreading slowly across the surface, as though something beneath the water had just moved. He stepped backward immediately. Then came the voice, very soft, a woman whispering somewhere behind him, "Don't leave." Naveed spun around. Nobody there. Then flashlight shook slightly, his hand low now. The whispers came again. Closer this time. Please. The voice sounded weak, almost pleading. Naveed backed toward the corridor, breathing harder now. Then another voice joined it, male, whispering from somewhere deeper underground. Then another, and another. Soon dozens of overlapping whispers echoed softly through the tunnels surrounding him. Some sounded elderly, some young, all speaking too quietly to fully understand. The sound didn't resemble people talking naturally, it resembled imitations, like something attempting human speech without understanding rhythm or emotion. Naveed hurried back through the corridor toward the main chambers, but halfway there, he stopped suddenly. His flashlight beam illuminated wet footprints on the stone floor ahead, bare human footprints, fresh, they had not been there earlier. Naveed started at them. Naveed stared at them in confusion. The footprints emerged from dark side tunnel, crossed directly through the hallway, then disappeared into the wall itself. Not toward a doorway, not another corridor, the wall, as though whoever left them had simply walked into the solid stone. Naveed whispered to himself, "No." Then the light appeared. Far behind him, inside the deeper tunnels, the yellow lights moving slowly through darkness, lanterns, several of them. Naveed could hear footsteps now too. Soft splashing footsteps through shallow water. The lanterns drifted closer gradually, and with them came low murmuring voices, a procession. That is what it looked like. People walking through the underground tunnels carrying lanterns, except something about their movement felt horribly wrong, too synchronized, too smooth. The lights never shook naturally like human hands carrying them should. Naveed stepped backward slowly, unable to look away. The one of the figures emerged partially into the flashlight beam. Its face was covered entirely by wet black cloth. Water dripped steadily from the fabric onto the floor. Another figure appeared beside it. Then another, tall, silent, each carrying old nested lanterns emitting weak yellow light. Their feet moved across the ground without making proper contact, almost gliding. The whispers surrounding Naveed became louder now, more desperate. "Stay, don't go. You came here." The nearest figure slowly raised one arm and pointed directly toward him, and suddenly every lantern went out at once. Darkness swallowed the tunnels completely. Naveed screamed and ran blindly through the bathhouse. His flashlight beam struck violently as they sprinted through ancient corridors silk with moisture. Behind him came footsteps, dozens of them, not running, walking calmly, following. The whisper echoed everywhere now, inside the walls, inside the ceilings, inside the darkness behind him. At one point, Naveed glanced briefly over his shoulder and saw shapes moving unnaturally fast through the corridors without sound. Tall figures wrapped in dripping black cloth, closing distant silently. Naveed reached the staircase and nearby collapsed, climbing upward toward the surface. The moment he slammed the metal gate shut behind him, everything stopped. No footstep, no whisper, only silence beneath the city once again. Naved never returned underground after that night. According to friends, he stopped posting exploration videos entirely. Months later, however, he reviewed the final minutes of footage recorded inside the lower chamber. Most of it was unusable due to shaking and darkness, but one detail remained visible. During the moment when the lantern first appeared in the tunnels, the camera briefly captured something standing behind Name's shoulder, not one of the clocked figure, something taller, its face pale and featureless beneath dripping water, watching him silently from only a few inches away. But the worst part was not the image itself, it was the audio. Because shortly before the video ends, a voice very close to the microphone whispers clearly in Persian, "You brought them back upstairs."